Well, hey, y'all, welcome back to our Wednesday devotional. Y'all, it is Valentine's Day, and not only that, this day kind of holds a couple of different meanings. It's the day of love, the day of that we celebrate Valentine's Day, we celebrate the people who we love most. And today's also Ash Wednesday, and so I want us to consider what this looks like, what this means, because when we think about Ash Wednesday, what we're called to do is we are called to enter into a season of Lent. We're called to enter into a season of fasting and prayer and meditation, some self-reflection that it takes as we are identifying our own sin, as we're identifying our own need for a savior. And the fact that it's on Valentine's Day, I think, is very fitting, because if you remember, last year on Palm Sunday, what we do is we wave those palms in the air and we celebrate all that the Lord is doing in his entrance into Jerusalem. What we do is we celebrate the fact that we have a God who loves us enough that he would go into a place to pay the ultimate price for us. And as we fast forward to this year, on Palm Sunday, or rather, we take the palms from Palm Sunday of last year and we burn them into ashes. I'll post a picture of a video of the fire that came from this, and that's what turns into our ashes. These shouts of joy as we welcome Jesus in, they turn into this really beautiful picture of the fact that we're mortal, that it's time for us to look at and face our own mortality. And so I want to share for us what the prophet Joel said. This is what I'll share tonight in our Ash Wednesday service as well. This is Joel chapter 2, verses 12 through 17. It says, "Yet even now, declares the Lord, return to me with all your heart, with fasting, with weeping, and with mourning, and rend your hearts and not your garments. Return to the Lord your God, for he is gracious and merciful, slow to anger, and abounding in steadfast love, and he relents over disaster. Who knows whether he will not turn and relent and leave a blessing behind him, a grain offering and a drink offering for the Lord your God. Blow the trumpet in Zion, consecrate a fast, call a solemn assembly, gather the people, consecrate the congregation, assemble the elders, gather the children, even nursing infants. Let the bridegroom leave his room and the bride her chamber. Between the vestibule and the altar, let the priests, the ministers of the Lord, weep and say, spare your people, O Lord, and make not your heritage a reproach, a byword among the nations. Why should they say among the peoples, where is their God?" I think this is a really beautiful call, and this is what the season of Lent is supposed to be. It's a time where we can return to God with all of our heart, with fasting and weeping and mourning, with these calls of our God to come in and save us, because we know that we can't do it on our own. Y'all, this is a season where we are called to do something brave. We're called to do something difficult. We're called to do something really beautiful. So it's my prayer that over the next 40 days, as we lead up to Easter, as we lead up to Jesus' resurrection, that you are doing this soul work that's so necessary. Hey, we've got a service tonight at 6 p.m. I hope to see you there.